What's up, everybody? I'm Samantha Nahara, and this is another episode of the Bean and Chisme Show, where we talk about comedy, culture, and community. And today I have a very special guest in the house, San Antonio native, international superstar, singer, and songwriter, Austin Mahone.
What an introduction.
You've
got it down by now.
I got it down, but I'm so excited to have you here.
No, thank you for having me here.
I just want to give a quick shout out to publicist Desiree Serna Martinez, because she goes by Serna Martinez. You know what I'm saying?
We love you, D.
Yes, the publicist. She's the connect, and she definitely introduced us. And shout out to Lil J as well.
That's right.
For bringing in his homie, Austin Mahone. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, tell me everything about your life. Where do we even start? Well, first of all, congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you being also a San Antonio native.
Yep.
Watching your come up from when you were a little boy. Mm-hmm. And I had to say little boy because you were like, what, 12, 13, something like that?
Around there.
And now you're 29. What is it like to be 29?
You know what? I feel accomplished. To have made it thus far. I'm still here and I'm still breathing. And, I got past that 27 and whatever club?
Oh my gosh, yes.
27 in heaven club, whatever they call it.
Yep.
So, made it past that. I'm feeling great, feeling successful. And like I said, I'm back here in San Antonio, staying at my grandparents' house, just, soaking in the nostalgia. And, it's a bittersweet feeling because, life is moving so fast. It's crazy because I was just in Houston for one of my grandfather's funerals. Mm-hmm. And then a few days later, I'm turning 29. And now a few days from now, I think in like 2 days, my best friend AC is getting married. So life is just like hitting me like,
oh, wow.
Back to back.
Because you don't have any kids and you're not married.
Right.
So like life would be lifing, like
it
adult
would.
Stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm seeing my friends go through it. So it's,
Yes. So what is it like to see your friends get married? You know what? I've been in about 6 weddings as a bridesmaid.
Okay.
A maid of honor, like 3 times.
And how many times have you caught the bouquet?
0. I'm still trying. I'm out here. The struggle's real.
Okay. Well, you got to just not chase and attract instead.
I
think the reason maybe if you're chasing and you're looking a little too hard, it's going away.
I agree 1,000%. And I've shifted, like this past year, I've shifted into, girl, don't even look. Just do work on you and attract,
It's probably going to pop up now.
Do you agree? Like, do you believe in the law of attraction and manifestation, things like that?
Yeah, of course. And I also believe in if you try too hard, then it's just doing too much. And if you just let life be and let it flow the way it naturally does, the force of nature will bring you your special someone.
Mira, he's very smart for 29.
Just life experiences.
For real. No, you are, always very professional. Anytime I see you in the media, anytime I see you out, you're always out in the community too. And you do a lot of charitable work. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing lately and in San Antonio too. That's how, I know you don't remember, but that's how we met at the Christmas toy drive that Lil J hosted.
Okay.
Recently this past Christmas.
Okay, this past Christmas. I like that. Yeah, so I've really done, I feel like most of my charity work in the city of San Antonio, doing it with Icon to ICANN, the foundation.
Oh, yeah.
And I've done a few things with Icon Talks as well, but Icon to ICANN is the main one that I've been doing some things with, like the Christmas toy giveaway and the back to school drive. And there's one other thing that I'm just not thinking of right now. What is it?
He's done.
What is it?
Thanksgiving.
The Thanksgiving. Thank you, D. The Thanksgiving turkey giveaways back to whoever, wants to get some turkey.
Right.
So that's 3 things that we've been doing together, and I'm always looking for another one that we can do. I feel like with my Austin Mahone Day on December 20th, I can get my first golf tournament going.
Oh. Can I go?
Of course, yes.
I don't know how to golf, but I like the outfits.
Exactly. I just came from the golf course right now. That's why I'm a little bit late. So sorry about that. But I came from the golf course and, peak traffic, had to go home. I didn't want to come here like super sweaty and like,
Thank you for saving me the pain of having to smell your funk.
Yeah.
Although I probably wouldn't have cared.
No, it's just I feel a whole lot better like having showered and being here. So I appreciate y'all waiting on me.
Yeah, don't worry. We get it. I am not famous like you where I have that privilege. I was just telling Desiree.
No, no,
I
no.
can't be late, but you can. We're
No,
happy to
I can't.
accommodate
It's
you.
it's not okay for me either. So I apologize,
No, no
but
worries.
so with this golf tournament that I'm planning on putting together, I would love to build a studio in the city my way. I feel like the way that it should be, which is like
Damn.
laid back, low key, a basketball hoop in the driveway so people can, take a break from making music and get some shots up if they want. A
What?
vending machine, we need all that.
When is this happening? When are we doing this? I love how I say we.
Shoot, as soon as we can. I mean, I probably don't have to wait for the golf tournament to raise the money for that to get that started, but I'm just, as I'm getting my creative juices flowing, I'm thinking, maybe we need another studio or two, or in a more grand scheme of things, a music school would be pretty cool to like get the kids learning any instrument they want to
Yeah.
as soon as they want to.
Absolutely. I think that's awesome that you're willing to share your gifts and your talent with younger kids, especially in the community you grew up in.
Yeah.
We need that, especially coming from men in our community. I think it's awesome. You started, and of course, for a lot of our viewers out there who don't know who Austin is, but you gotta know. He is a singer songwriter, had a lot of success with many hits as a young man, and now you're 29. You came out with a country song.
Yeah.
Do you think it's pop or it's country?
It's both.
Okay,
I wouldn't say it's straight only country,
I agree.
and I wouldn't say it's like a regular pop song. It's like a mix of both, but I'm still getting experimental. I have one country album out already. It's called A Lone Star Story, and I
Okay.
released that in June of 2023.
Okay.
Created that at the beginning of COVID, so it was a long time coming on that one, but I'm glad that it's finally out. And then I have my new album that's going to be coming out this summer.
Ooh.
Rear View is the second single from that album, and then I had one before that I released called Sooner or Later.
Okay.
So check that one
That
out.
one I have not heard. Okay.
You got to check that one out.
Sooner or later.
I
Do
really
you
like that
when
music
are the-
video.
Oh.
And my videographer, my director, is from San Antonio as well.
Who is it?
His name is Javier Tristan. But I call him JT because there was another Javi at the time when we were working together. Like, there's too many Javis flying around. So
Got it.
he just became JT to me.
I got you.
Yep.
I love a good music video. I've invested a couple in myself
Okay.
because I do comedy, and I've made like some original, really silly music called the Hood Rat Cumbia.
Okay.
Would you be willing to do the Hood Rat Cumbia with me?
What is it, a dance?
Yeah.
Sure.
I like to do Hood Rat things with my friends.
Okay. That's fun.
Do you know how to cumbia?
No, what is that?
It's like, have you been to a quinceañera? You've been to a quinceañera.
I have. I've
You're
danced
from
in one.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the circle that the Mexicans do, the little circle dance,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the Selena kind of cumbia music style and vibe, and we just dance in a circle. It's like just a traditional cultural dance.
But like more ratchet though.
No, not too bad. We don't twerk or anything.
Oh.
After I know,
Would be a lot cooler if you did.
we should make one up, and I'm gonna do that after. I hope you have some time to film a TikTok or two with me.
I'm not twerking. I'll tell you that right now.
But you wanted us to make a dance.
No, I was just asking if you were doing that
Okay.
in the dance.
Oh my gosh. So country. Oh, sorry. Go back to the country album
Yeah.
really quick. What is your favorite genre?
My favorite genre, I think personally, would be R&B. I grew up listening to country my whole life, so I really do love that genre. And I love pop, of course, and hip hop. So I've kind of just wanted to blend all of those together and make, like, I would say my genre is pop country. So
Okay.
I can get away with some 808s in the pop world, even in the country world now.
Okay.
It's all really blending together. So I'm just doing it my way.
I like that because I feel like back in the day you had to pick. You had to pick a lane, right? You had to pick R&B, I'm country, I'm this, but now you can be what you want to be. It's a little more flexible.
Yeah. And a great song is a great song. So,
Period.
if it takes off, then who cares?
Mic drop. So back to the cumbias. After this, I'm going to show you how to cumbia.
Okay.
And it's very family friendly, and I think you would enjoy it.
Okay.
And I would love to be the first to show Austin Mahone some cumbia moves.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. So back to San Antonio.
Uh,
Where'd you go to high school? The typical San Antonio question.
I did my freshman year in Lavernia.
Oh, okay. In the country.
Yep. And then I did 2 weeks at Johnson. and that was it. And then I became homeschooled my sophomore year, and then just never did school after that.
Oh
So
my gosh. So you never really got the full high school experience? Never went to
nope.
prom?
Mm-mm.
What?
My
Okay.
my first prom was on MTV with a fan of mine, which is like a real interesting experience.
Was it like My Sweet 16 or something like
Yeah, it was
that?
like something like that. It was her prom, and they were like, oh, like,
Would you
hey,
be my date?
yeah, and I was like, well, I've never been to prom either, so sure, why not?
Oh my gosh. I heard that your fans are called the Mahomies.
That's right.
Can I be a Mahomie now?
Of course.
Okay, awesome. So, prom, that was your experience with prom. So, what are things that you feel like you also missed? Do you feel like you missed it, or you just feel like your life is just different?
My
And
life's just different. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I missed it as far as like just missing the classic experience, but I had way more fun than I think a lot of people. So
Yo, for real.
I'm not complaining.
For real. So did you ever think when you were a little boy that this would be your life?
Mm, not really. Uh, I always loved, like I said, listening to George Strait growing up, Alan Jackson. So I always loved country music. I loved singing in the car with my mom. Never really came from a musical family or anything. I started playing drums at 8, and that was just because I wanted to play the drums. And I think everybody should learn how to play the drums at a young age because it gives them rhythm,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
and pocket.
And you had it right away. And then you learned guitar.
Yeah, I learned guitar when I started kind of like my YouTube channel era, like when I was 14, 15, and just starting to cover songs. I went from like downloading instrumentals and random karaoke versions to being like, you know what, let me just play some simple chords and, it can't be that hard.
Go from there.
Yeah.
Do you remember the song or the cover you did that was it? Your life changed forever on your YouTube channel.
Um, Probably my first cover, which was Jesse McCartney's "Beautiful Soul," just because that was my first one and it kicked me off.
Yeah.
So still love that song. It's still a classic, and I think the one that definitely helped push my narrative was a cover of "Mistletoe" by Justin Bieber,
Yep.
and that one got picked up a lot, which like led to some other things. So you know.
So
But
never
that
give up on your dream of
that just
YouTube
came with the
and
consistency
trying.
of doing it.
Yes.
After the consistency of 2 years, then that one like popped off, and you know.
I think that's a really good lesson for people to hear about because a lot of us think overnight success happens because like, oh, I went viral one time on TikTok or whatever, and it's a consistent flow of content that could lead to doors opening, which was what happened in your case.
Exactly.
So what kind of music? Okay, so we talked about the country album coming out this summer, and we talked about the music that you love, and you grew up with Alan Jackson and George Strait. So what kind of hip hop? I can hear you doing R&B. I can hear it.
Well, I like to incorporate R&B in a lot of my songs anyway, so you know, I feel like there's a fine line of going super R&B and then like having some elements where it's like still cool and not like,
Yeah,
doing too much. But I love R&B. I love to just put it in everything that
I
I
do
can,
too.
you know?
I'm on this like kick right now with SZA and
Uh-huh.
LMI,
Yeah. Yeah.
my
Either one.
Janae
Yeah.
Aoki.
Yeah.
I can never say her name right.
Yeah.
But back then, and I'm older than you. I don't want to say how much older, but it was like Boys to Men, Keith Sweat, like D's over there, like girl, yes. It was genuine. It was, like it,
Yeah.
and it was more romantic.
I think my love for R&B probably came from Boys to Men.
Close your
And
eyes,
I would say Usher for
make
sure.
go. Oh, Usher.
Yeah.
How can we not? You make me want to leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you.
Exactly.
This is what you do. I was like
Too
in
good.
6th grade.
Bumping Usher.
Yeah. I mean, we were singing inappropriate songs at a very young age back then, but good music is good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now it's much worse. The kids are like saying the craziest stuff like,
I have an 11-year-old, and the things that come out of her mouth are just unreal. They mature way faster than us.
unhinged.
No. I'm just like, what? Girl,
They're just watching too much TikTok is what it is.
do you do TikTok?
Yeah, of course.
I saw one of them actually.
Did
Why
you?
am I asking? Yeah. And this leads me into my next topic.
Okay.
You don't have any children, but you do have a child,
I have a little baby cat. Yes.
a gatito.
Yeah.
What is the name?
Her name is Moon.
Moon. And I saw that you put her in the little Space Moon backpack. I was done. I was like,
Adorable.
oh my gosh. The love of a pet is literally, I don't care what anybody says, that's family.
Yep.
So how do you enjoy your cat? Do you like, because it's been what, a year, or how long has it
No,
been?
it's probably like 7 months now.
Okay.
So she's still a baby.
That's your daughter.
Pretty much, yeah.
How does it feel to have that responsibility?
I mean, it's very nice. It's a blessing, you know. She keeps me company, and she's a very good little kitty. So
Oh, does she sleep with you?
yeah.
Oh, that's the best.
Sometimes she gets a little too rowdy, like around 2 a.m., and she'll just start like spazzing out and jumping off the bed and on the bed.
That's why I
and-
don't get cats. And then the
Yeah.
nails and the
No, I thought the nails would be worse, and I even like contemplated the thought of like, you know, cutting her nails, like declawing her.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then everyone's like,
declawing.
"Oh my God, you can never do that." Some people freak out about that. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're right. You know,
do they put them to sleep? Don't they like knock them out for that kind of thing?
I
The
don't
vet?
know,
No?
but they're really not bad though. Like, you just gotta trim them, and it's not like she's like attacking people. It's really just the furniture you gotta watch out for.
Oh,
You know?
because they will mess your shit up.
1000%.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you've got the cat.
Yeah.
Now do you have the girlfriend?
No,
Do you want a girlfriend?
no,
Why not?
because it's just like I'm not right there. You know, like mentally, I'm not ready to just like, you know.
To settle with anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just enjoying my freedom. You know.
Yo, if I would
I
have
enjoy
learned that back then.
my freedom. I enjoy the silence around the house.
Ooh. Mic drop.
And I don't think I need to say anything else. So
There you go. And that's all I got to say about that.
yeah.
I think that's very smart, and it's just my opinion. But when I was 29, I had my daughter, and I was very blessed that I had her at that age. But I always tell my daughter, girl, live his life, like travel and do all the things you love to do and your hobbies, and make an impact with your career if you get to have the blessing of doing something you love like that. So I commend you for understanding how you got it made right now.
No, for sure. I mean, you know, it's definitely something that I would love to have one day. You know, a special someone and a fam.
Yeah.
But I'm just like I said, I'm not in a rush of like, oh, I just
No
turned
timeline.
29. Like,
Uh-uh.
my clock is running down. I have to, you know. So I'm in a good position, me personally, and I'm just enjoying my time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Okay, so what do you like to do when you're not on the road and you're not it's crazy busy schedule recording? You're always going to be recording, but what are the things that some people may not know that you like to do?
Well, I'm obsessed with golf. I think any
Okay.
chance I can get on the greens these days is like I'm there.
Is San
You know?
Antonio, I heard it's a good golf city.
It is, yeah. There's lots of great courses. I love La Cantera. I love TPC, Silverhorn, the par 3 on San Pedro.
That's the oldest one, right?
I think so. So a lot of people seem to know about that one.
What about the south side? I heard that there's some on the south
I
side.
haven't really tapped in over there yet, but I'm sure there's plenty of great ones. I just went to what is it in Bernie, Fair Oaks golf course.
Ooh, I'm sure that's fancy.
So that was nice.
I don't understand golf, but I like the outfits, and I'm down because I think it's cute.
Yeah.
But I like to like ride around in the golf carts with my friends and just like mess around. What do you like about why do people like golf so much? Did you go to the Valero Texas Open?
I was there. Oh yeah, I was there on last Friday, and absolutely fried my neck.
Like the heat?
Yeah. I just didn't. I don't know. I've never been to anything like that before, so I didn't know that I would need to be applying so much sunscreen.
Dang.
You know, and I applied none. So the back of my neck got it the worst. It's still peeling right now, and you know it's been hurting for a while. So, but it was great to be there with my friends, and I got to experience everything, and it was super hot. You know, so but I'm actually playing that course the day after my friend's wedding. So
Okay.
and I asked him, I was like, "Are you sure we're gonna make this tee time?" the day after your wedding. And
Is he really gonna be
And
down?
he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna drink that much. Like, I'm gonna keep it chill. Like, my family's gonna be there, and I'm just gonna like not go crazy because he can. It's either like
That's
0
what
to
they all
100.
say.
No, I know, and I'm sure he's gonna have maybe like one too many, and it's fine. It's his
It's
wedding.
fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna do my best to be there as best as I can.
Yeah. So what time is tea time?
With or without him.
True. You're gonna show up.
Exactly.
You're committed.
I don't know the exact time yet, but I hope it's afternoon.
Because doesn't it have to? I hear that most of my golf friends are like, I'm up by 6 a.m. and we're on the course
some people
by
love
7.
to get up that early, but me and him usually go off around like noon or 1 or 2. So I'm hoping it's in.
Are you a good golfer?
I'm good. I'm getting better.
So it's what is that movie? Billy Matt? No. Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore.
I would be the Happy Gilmore style, like
I would love to see you try that.
Invite me and I want to go.
We need you at the tournament. I feel like besides playing, maybe you should like set up the podcast.
MC. I can MC. I just
you might need to either MC or set up the podcast at a whole.
Yeah, that would be cool. You can do that. Like you could
We
just
can
roll
do
by the
anything.
hole and be like, "What's up, guys?"
It's our tournament. We can do anything.
Dude, that would be so epic. I mean, you can make it fun.
We'll have bean and cheese tacos out there, like a stand for. We'll have a Whataburger stand. All of that, everything.
Dang. When is this? Do we have to wait till December?
Yeah, we have to.
Because Austin Mahone Day.
We have a lot to plan though.
Let's do it. I'll be on the board. I'm happy to help with Desiree and.
It's on Austin Mahone Day, December 20th.
So you got a proclamation.
Yeah.
From the city of San Antonio of your day being December 20th, Austin Mahone Day. How did that go down? And tell me all about it.
Really, it was just a gift from God because I didn't even really expect it at all. Like, no one even really said anything like, hey, like, you're going to be getting this in like a year's time or whatever. Like, it was just a huge blessing, They kind of, I feel like I got like a month's notice or whatever. And,
Aww.
and they're like, yeah, city's going to give this to you. Like, from, we've done a lot of work and I don't know. I feel like I still have to do a lot of things to like really feel like I fully deserve that, if that makes sense.
That's so crazy you say that because you do deserve it. And I've had to learn about deservability in my age of like, why do we always feel like we don't deserve shit? Like, what's wrong with us?
No, I mean, I feel that.
You're humble for saying that, but at the same time, like, well, of course you deserve it,
No, for sure. But we got to keep going. This is just the start.
That's right.
We got to inspire the youth as much as we can.
We have to, especially in the times that we live in right now. Like, they don't have a lot of hope if they're watching the news.
That's true.
But yeah, no. Okay, so golf tournament is on. I am committed to helping you make that happen.
Yeah, we need you there.
I will be there. I'm looking at my notes right now because I want to make sure that I cover all the things because I have a very fun round robin question and answer. Just like a quick fire. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Round robin questions with Austin Mahone on Bean and Chisme. This is it. Here we go. Corn or flour?
Flour.
Chamoy or tajin?
What's chamoy? Because I hate...
Chamoy is the sauce. Like the sauce you put on the beers, like the plum sauce, and it's maroon color.
Okay.
It's
hate
like
tahine.
on micheladas and stuff.
I hate tahine. I hate tahine.
You just broke.
I just broke everyone's heart in the city.
How could you?
I just broke the heart of San Antonio.
You sure did, and every hood rat, including myself.
Listen, I'm here, but I'm not with the tahine.
Tell me why.
I have a sweet tooth, and I prefer sugar on my rims.
Then let me get you a good chamoy because I think.
So I think I would like that.
Like the chamoy.
All right, so I choose chamoy then.
Okay.
It sounded good when you said the plum and all that.
Yes, it's a sauce, and we put it over the beer.
Yeah, I choose that one.
Yes, done. Cowboys or the Texans?
Cowboys.
Jesus or Buddha?
Jesus.
Fiesta or ACL?
Fiesta.
Oh. A truck or a car?
Why is that bad? Why'd you?
I don't know. There's no.
I don't know. I did my master's thesis on ACL, so I'm like.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just anything in San Antonio, I would rather go there because I'm not trying to go anywhere else outside the city.
Boom.
So
He. When Desiree said you were down for San Antonio, I didn't understand how down.
I am San Antonio.
You are. We need to work on the puro part.
I almost wore my Spurs hat here, and I was like, no,
Oh,
it's
we
too much.
should.
I gotta dial this, back.
I like your style.
Thank you.
You wore a shirt that was, I think, on one of those shows you just did, and it was the rabbits from Disney.
Oh yeah, on Good Morning
Living?
San Antonio.
Okay. It was the Disney rabbits. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I felt that was the best thing to wear, just because it's my birthday, it's Easter,
Coming up.
Easter vibes. So
April 12th?
my birthday's April 4th, so it was like a few days after my birthday.
Wait, did Easter pass?
Easter's got to be like this Sunday, right?
Oh, because Easter changes the day, not the date. Okay. Y'all got me fucked up with you. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Jesus, about Easter.
Yeah.
Lord,
We're sorry, Jesus.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Forgive us.
Please forgive us, God.
It's on 420. Jesus is a little smoker.
It's on 420 this year?
It's on 420. Yes.
Dang.
Do you partake? Do you like cannabis?
Yeah, I would say I smoke more than I drink.
So, cannabis over alcohol.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wine or beer?
Wine.
Edible or pre-roll?
Pre-roll.
Ooh, this needs to be sponsored by a greenery factory. I also like to smoke.
Okay.
I have a brain that goes a million miles an hour. And I feel like I don't like to get drunk. I don't like to feel sick. And I like to smoke. Every once in a while, just let the brain go into outer space. How about yourself?
Same.
Is that how you got the name Moon for the cat?
No, I was just like, it was coming down to, I knew I was going to be getting her soon, and I still hadn't come up with a name that I absolutely loved, So I was looking at like typical cat names just to hopefully jog something,
Yeah.
And so I saw like, this and that, and then I saw Luna, of course, and I was like, Luna's cool, but everyone's cat's name is Luna, or like, so I was like, I don't think I've ever heard someone call their cat Moon.
Moon. That is super cute.
So,
Shout out to Moon, who's
yeah.
at home right now waiting for Papa to come
No,
home.
she is. I was on the course all day today and left her home for like, 6 hours. So I
And
got
she's
back
like,
and she was like, oh, you're back. Like, this is so great. And then I was like, got to get in the shower and change her fast and leave. And then she was like, real sad. But
Like, where are you going, Dad?
luckily, I had to give her some food before I left. So
Aw,
got to make sure she's fed.
that's right. She's a good little kitty.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we talked about, we did the round robin. Then we've discovered that Austin Mahone does not like tahine, but he possibly likes chamoy. And we
Yeah.
will get you. I got the hook up. There's one thing I got the hook up on, and it's chamoy. Let me tell you. So there was one thing. Oh, there was a couple things. One or two more things. So comedy. I do comedy and I do sketch comedy, and I used to do like pendejadas, which means like just dumb shit, just to make TikToks and just do funny things. I was really testing the algorithm on what would work, what didn't work, and I discovered that I can tell stories through sketch comedy that are more meaningful. Do you like sketch comedy or stand up or both? Are you like a stand up comedy connoisseur?
No, I wouldn't say I'm a comedy connoisseur.
Do you like rom-com, romantic, or action?
I actually hate TV shows with a passion.
You are something else. I've learned so many. You're
It's
very
just like,
different.
I like movies because they get straight to the point. Like, I'm not trying to watch
The
a TV
series.
show and then have to wait till next Sunday to like, it's like, what are we doing? Like, and even if we have the entire season, like, it just takes forever to get to the actual end or the point,
Yep. I
So
agree.
It has to be an amazing show for me to be like, I'm giving this some time.
I agree.
I just finished Sex in the City.
Which
I
season?
absolutely love.
The movie.
No, I watched everything.
The whole season. All of them?
All the seasons, the new ones, even the spin-off show, and the 3 movies they had when they went to like.
I love that random fact.
Up and down.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
I watch them multiple times.
Yeah, no, I went crazy. I watched everything.
So if
And-
you love Sex in the City, are you a Samantha or are you a, what's her name?
I'm Samantha, no doubt.
You're Samantha.
Yeah, I'm no one else but
Who's the
Samantha.
main character? It's Sarah Jessica Parker is
Carrie.
Carrie.
So
I'm a Samantha. I'm a mix of Carrie and Samantha.
okay. Wait, you said
You
you're
agree?
Miranda?
I do agree.
No, she's Samantha. If anyone is Samantha, it's D.
You know, I love that. I'm like a Samantha Miranda.
Yeah.
I'm a little nerdy, but a little crazy like Samantha.
How did I know you're Miranda? That's crazy.
Miranda for sure. She'll fight in court.
I'm a boss like that.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
a
boss,
warrior
babe.
I like that.
Desiree's
I'm like the law like that.
I like that.
For sure.
Wait, but we got Samantha popping up for season 3 of And Just Like That. I think it's coming out in May.
Who?
So
Let's do it.
to all the Sex and the City fans out there and Just Like That
What?
fans.
It's coming out. Where? What channel? What platform? HBO?
I think
What?
it's HBO.
Yeah, because HBO's from Sex and the City.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so.
okay.
Yep.
That girl has deserved her own for a minute.
Samantha.
The star.
Yeah.
And me too. Not that Samantha, this Samantha. Just kidding. I have it. It's the Bean and Chisme show.
There you go.
Crazy. So Sex and the City. Okay, so you're not a comedy person. I would have thought.
I love your sign, by the way.
Thank you. You know, I invested some money and some time into
Oh, it's
creating-
official.
It's official, right? I kind of figured like if I don't have a sign, I'm not official, and now I have one. And then what was my last question? So it wasn't comedy.
No, yeah, going back to the comedy, I think it's tough. I mean, I would say stand up just because it's got to be a little bit harder than sketch comedy. Sketch is like,
A lot harder.
well, I don't know. Maybe not, because sketch comedy you gotta like really act and like be in a character and not laugh, you know. But I feel like stand up you can still rehearse it. You can be up there. You don't have to be in like a crazy costume or whatever, or like come with a certain character you gotta stay in.
Yeah.
You know, you can get some before laughs off,
Yeah.
some early laughs, and it'd be okay. You
And
know,
you're cool.
I want to
Yeah.
know, what do you think is harder?
For me personally, stand up is a lot harder.
Okay.
With sketch comedy, I'm more comfortable. But I have some stand up comedian friends that are like, I ain't doing sketch comedy. I'm not an actor. Don't put a camera on me. They freak out with the camera part. Like, I don't like to be filmed. I don't like to act. They just like to be themselves and chat on a microphone. But for me, a camera is a safe space. In front of like 50 to 100, 500 people, that's where I'm like, I'm peeing in my pants. And I feel like you're judging me and you're staring at me. But a camera, like it's a camera. Nobody's here. It's just a lens.
That's true.
But and then I've had where like my jokes don't land. They don't hit. And you gotta be willing that ego just got to take the hit. You gotta be willing to just like take the bullet of like,
Yeah.
it didn't land for this crowd, you know?
And it happens to the best of them too.
Has that ever happened to you? Where like you had a show and it just like bombed, or nobody or they just, the energy wasn't there?
I mean, for sure. Certain shows, certain regions of the world will give you different energies, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would say, like even just East Coast, West Coast in the US, like New York is like super supportive, super loud and crazy, like
They're hype.
screaming, like hype.
Okay.
In LA, like I feel like you go there and they're just on some like LA vibes, like
Chilling.
and
Oh.
you're just like, oh, well, I guess I don't know if that one landed or not, but didn't really hear anything out there. But
But you keep going.
yeah, exactly. And then I feel like probably the show that the vibe was just like, for me, it was just like, why am I here?
Oh.
It was like, I went to, what was it? I think it was Singapore, and I was booked on a show with Kanye West, Wiz Khalifa, and then me. So I was there because I was doing some other shows around in those parts, you know.
Yeah. You were there.
So I was like, let me just slide to Singapore while I'm over here and do the show because they invited me and I'm on the bill, so why not?
Right.
Even though it's not really my genre or demographic.
Okay.
So
Right.
I get there and like my fan base is mainly girls, you know, women, females. So it's like I would say like
All dudes.
yeah, it was like
Hardcore dudes.
all dudes, like Kanye West fans, like, and they had booked me for an hour show, so I was doing like an hour show of like all of my smashes, like What About Love and All I Ever Need, and like just like, you know, heartthrob romantic
Yes.
lovey-dovey songs. So it was like definitely the vibes were like they were just like standing there like there was definitely people like still like cheering, of course, like it wasn't
Yeah.
like the absolute like a complete nightmare, but it kind of was like, it was like
Dang.
they were there, they were taking it, but they didn't have nowhere to go, so it was just like
It was their pelvic thrusting, right?
Yeah,
Oh
it was just,
my.
it was just a weird experience for everybody. But I think to be in Singapore, to be on the same stage as Ye and Wiz Khalifa the
I
same
would have
night,
said yes and done it too.
and it was a lot of people too. I think it was maybe like I don't even know, like 50,000 people or like something crazy. So I was like,
Is that the biggest crowd you've ever?
no, I did 120,000 in Mexico.
Oh my
Um,
gosh,
I forget
that's
everything. It was
amazing.
like 2014 or 15 or something like that. So
That's a big concert.
yeah, it was insane. It was just like so many people that I didn't see the end at one point. It was
That's
yeah.
amazing. So, do you feel like this is how I feel about comedy? And I'm, just a few years into comedy. I've done my first theater before, and I felt like the bigger the crowd, the easier it was for me. The smaller the crowd, I can feel and I can see, but the bigger the crowd, you can't see anything. And how do you feel about it?
No,
Nervous?
you're definitely right. It's easier. I feel like for a massive crowd because you're just out there. You're like, I guess, sometimes outside. You could feel the breeze of the air. Like I don't know, it's just different.
It's a different
Smaller
vibe.
rooms, it's like no AC. Like it's just hot
Ooh,
in there.
yeah, that's
But
so crazy.
they're both great experiences.
Amen. I always feel blessed to be up there and an entertainer in general.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a calling that God has said, go make them laugh, bring them joy, bring them
Yeah.
hope. Maybe they had a bad day,
Yep.
and this is the gift that you have. So
But that's great that you know your purpose and you love it
I
and you're in it.
do, but sometimes I question it though. I question it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, God, why? Because entertainment is hard, and I'm a mom, and I have responsibilities and priorities, and
Yeah.
my heart is pulled constantly. Live the dream or stay here and stay small. And then in the back of my head, it's like, you can do both. You can do both. And so I push myself to continue.
You can do both because millionaires have 8 different streams of income. So
Facts.
it sounds like to me you need 6
More.
more.
I was just talking to somebody about this today. She was like, what's next? I was like, I think I want to sell land, real estate.
Oh, there you go.
Because I want to get on that horse and like do cool photo shoots and like cowgirl
Yeah.
out. See, I got the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have other business ventures that you can talk about? Oh, didn't you do a candle line or?
Yep, I did a collab with Hotel Collection, and that was for the release of my first country album, A Lone Star Story.
Okay.
So, yep, I have I don't know if I have 8 streams, but I definitely have maybe like 4 or 5.
So you've always been smart with your business moves and things like that.
Well, not always. I've just learned along the way.
But there's people who are your age that are young and they just blow it, and they blow the opportunities. They get caught up in the mix. Like, how do you stay grounded?
I come back home to San Antonio.
Are you surrounded by good family?
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome.
And I have my childhood friends here, and we get together and play golf. And my best friend's getting married on Friday, so.
Where are they getting married? Do we get to roll? Or is it in San Antonio? Or
It
it's in
is.
Houston?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know the name of the spot. I'm just gonna get the address like day of. But
Who can we say the name of the congratulations of them?
yeah, his name is Alex Constancio, and Destiny
Alex
Constancio.
and Destiny.
So-
Congratulations. Looking forward to the wedding.
Yes.
I might be there. Just kidding. But yeah, that's cool. I think that's smart of you to know the real. Like, yes, this is entertainment life and it's very enjoyable. But then you come home and it's like, okay, do you have that one person that's like your voice of reason, or you have multiple?
I have multiple, family members,
Yeah, that's good.
friends.
I got some homies out there that slap me around every once in a while. Like, girl, what are you thinking?
No, that's good. You gotta keep those friends close.
For real. I don't want people to tell me what I want to hear. I want them to tell me, be real. Should I do this or should I not? So, last question before we go. Mental health is a big topic, and especially for our age group and for the world right now. And we dabble in it. I talk a lot about it on this show, especially for the Hispanic community, because we believe in the cucuy, which is the monster under the bed, but we don't believe in depression and anxiety as a Hispanic culture. And so I'm trying to break that stigma. So how do you feel? What are your thoughts on mental health, and what do you do to take care of yourself?
That's a good question. I like to find things that I enjoy doing. So, like I said, I've fallen in love with playing golf, and I just love being outside. Sure, I'm not, Phil Mickelson out there, but
Not yet.
I'm just out there just, feeling the breeze and being with my friends. And I think it's important to also just get out of the house any way that you can, whether it's go to the gym first thing in the morning to get the hardest part out of the day,
Yes.
the hardest part of the day out of the way. Because then after you do that, then you're like, wow, I can do anything after that,
Amen to that.
So I would say just be active, swim, go to the gym, whatever. Go for a walk in your neighborhood if it's, too hard.
Something. Get a cat.
Get a cat.
They bring joy. I want a weenie dog. Next episode, I'll have a new weenie
Make
dog.
it happen.
I will. Any last suggestions or comments to the fans out there who are looking forward to your album coming out, the Mahomies?
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say about San Antonio? Because we're all about San Antonio. I'm going to show love.
Yes, I would say go listen to my new song, Rear View. It's out right now. It's on my new album coming out this summer. So get ready for that because it's
Yes.
coming. And also go listen to Sooner or Later, my first song.
As soon as we're done.
Yeah.
I'm doing it sooner than later. Get it? Joking. Okay.
Also, Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. I just got to get that off my chest.
I should have put that in the question. Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say another shout out again to our friend Desiree Martinez.
Yes.
Thank you so much for connecting me with Austin Mahone.
Thank you,
And
Desiree.
thank you so much for being here, Austin. I appreciate your time. We're so proud of you. We are
Thank
backing
you.
you. And again, that golf tournament.
I need you there.
I am absolutely there. You have my full support.
We got to spread the word. Tell everybody.
Okay, December, you guys, December 2025, the inaugural, very first Austin Mahone charity golf tournament.
That's right.
Period. I say that a lot. I'm sorry. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time. Talk to you soon. Peace.
We need an explosion sound in there somewhere.
Walter will help.
Walter, we need you to do that in post.